Right now, on the rush, history made on the last weekend of the basketball season. We'll tell you why the feeling is twice as nice at Long Island Lutheran. Flashback time, January 13th, St. Mary's visiting Long Island Lutheran. Shavon Lewis in the fourth. It's a 2-point game, under 10 seconds to play. Mike Florin, Mr. Big Shot for Lutheran. Crusaders within one with 8 seconds left to go. They get one last chance. 2 for the tie, 3 for the win, but they lose the ball. St. Mary's won it 57-55. Little did we know it would be the first of 2 meetings between the 2 powerhouse schools. Well, hi there, everyone, and welcome to the Long Island Sports Rush, bringing you the very best of the island's high school highlights. I'm Kevin Marr. Well, speaking of the best, St. Mary's and LuHi have been the island's 2 best teams all season long. St. Mary's, the Catholic League champ, #1 in the state, undefeated. Lutheran, the independent powerhouse. The Gales were the better team, like we showed you when they played in January, but the rematch this weekend was for the biggest prize of all, the Federation Class A Championship. The 2 schools separated by 8 miles. They went about 200 miles north to Albany for the Sports Rush Game of the Week. Here we go. First quarter, St. Mary's in control. Shavon Lewis. Look at the hustle there by Charles McCann, though. Give me the ball, he says, and give me some help. Dante Agnew says, big fella, I got your help right here. Gales up 9-3. A few minutes later, Lewis finds McCann. Great pass. The big guy getting it done. And #1 ranked St. Mary's up by 7. The lead continues to grow, even though it got a little sloppy. Wilson Molina steals. Khalif Chatlin, give him the glory. His only points of the game, St. Mary's led 29-20. They're #1 in the state, folks. But here comes Lutheran. The tide starts to turn. Final seconds of the half. Mike Florin. The lead for St. Mary's, only 3 at the break, 35-32 in the third. Here we go. It changes in a big way. Hofstra-bound Jordan Allen steals it to Sean Lawton, he had 11. And then Florin, who had the big 3 before the half, takes it strong to the rack. He had 18 points. The 3-point deficit, now a 3-point lead. It's 38-35. And the run continues. Lawton to Ashikubu, part of a 14-0 run to start the half. Crusaders on top, 46-35. And the run turns into a rout in the fourth. Allen for style points. He had 11. And 3 months after falling to St. Mary's, the Crusaders get the revenge. 78-51. It's their second Federation title in the past 3 years. LuHi puts 5 players in double figures. The party is on in Albany. Florin and Ash with 18 apiece. But the big key in this one was the second half. Lutheran outscored St. Mary's 46-16, including that big 14-0 run to start the third quarter.
There's something about third quarter all season. We always win every third quarter we play. And the Janesville Wood game yesterday when we were down 7, we said this is our quarter and we turned it up and we won. And the same thing today. We were down 3 at half and the third. We said this is the third quarter and we just got to step it up, and we did.
The score was very lopsided, but it was a close game in the final seconds of the first half. You hit that big 3. How big was that 3?
Well, I mean, we practice those like when we're fooling around, and it came in handy and I knocked it down. So cut the game to 3 points, 1 possession game, and we're right there.
It's been a few minutes. What's the feeling like?
It's phenomenal. Just sink this in. All your teammates, 4 seniors, great feeling. They were undefeated teams. Just great to get that first loss. They gave them that first loss.
And you heard Ashikubu talking about getting to the finals. Not easy, because Lutheran had to take on 4-time public school champ Jamesville DeWitt Friday night. In the third, there's Yakubu. Tied the game at 36 to the fourth off the miss. Yakubu again. 19 points for him. The Crusaders led 52-50. LuHi riding that high a minute later. Sean Lawton, 3 of his 24. Crusaders up 6. Brandon Alford says, anything you could do, big fella, how about I join the party as well? I got to get us to the finals, and he does right there. 13 points for him. Lutheran takes down the Red Rams 75-71. Now, despite missing out on a Federation title, St. Mary's did make history in Albany. The Gales beat Midwood in the semifinals, giving them a Long Island record. Are you ready for this? 29 wins this season. Let's show you how they got it Friday night. Jim Boeheim, the Syracuse coach, they're checking things out, maybe looking at some future recruits. Charles McCann, can he be one? He's got the tip out here, and then there he comes again. St. Mary's up 3. Besides the most wins, the Gales also have the most hops on the island. Charles McCann, the oop. Gales up 14-6, and later, Shavon Lewis says, big fella, I'd like a flyby as well. Go ahead, Ghost Rider. There you go. St. Mary's gets its record 29th win, 67-44. The previous record was set by Southampton in 1998. Anytime you lose a game by nearly 30 points, it has got to hurt. And that is what happened to the Lutheran girls a year ago in the Federation semis. To the eventual champ, Irvington, a great team from upstate. A year later, they met again, and the stakes were even higher. LuHi and Irvington playing in the Federation finals this season. Time winding down in the first. Christina Rady. The runners should have been no good. The refs say yes. It's a good break. Crusaders down 4 after 1. Late second. Crusaders playing some D. It's boogie time, baby. Broogie. Brzozowski, the steal. Sweet feed to Paige Krifcher. She was the MVP. LuHi trailed, though, 32-21 at the break. It got worse, folks. Irvington, I'm telling you, they're good. Baseline drive here. Irvington takes a 14-point lead into the fourth quarter. You're thinking this one's done. No way. It grows to 15. Now you're really thinking the Crusaders in trouble, but Rady, she starts to heat up. There's a 3. LuHi within 7. But it was Krifcher who cranked it up in the fourth. She scored 11 of her 15 points in the quarter. Lutheran within 2, 55-53. 30 seconds later, Krifcher again. LuHi goes on a 15-0 run in the quarter, just like the boys. And they outscore Irvington 25-9 in the fourth to complete the comeback. Look at that. Hugs all around. LuHi won 59-57. Revenge is theirs, and so is the first Federation title in team history.
We just had it from within, and when we really needed it, everyone pulled through, and everyone knew their role on the team, and everyone used each other, and like we just worked so hard together.
Down 15 in the fourth. What's going through your mind?
We've been in that situation before numerous times, so no one was more prepared than us, and we had each other's backs, and we knew we could do it.
I would be hysterically crying, but I'm too in the moment right now. I'm so it's like surreal.
And in the semis, LuHi did a number on St. Mary's of Buffalo. This one on Friday, first quarter. Christina Rady, don't hate it. It's good. 22-10 Crusaders. In the second, how about a little bit more of boogie time? Brzozowski drives, kicks it to Rady. One of her 5 triples in the game. She had 23 in the semis. Lutheran on top by 17. In the third, they crank up that D. Rady the steal. Paige Krifcher taking care of the rest. It's 40-24. Lady Crusaders on cruise control. And if you thought that was nice, how about this? Boogie. The home run pass to Krifcher. A team high 16 points for her and the Crusaders cruise. 67-45 in the semifinals. And in case you are wondering, yes, LuHi becomes the first school in the history of that Federation tournament to win a boys and girls title in the same year. Pretty good for the small school in Brookville.
What does it say about LuHi basketball? The boys win, the girls win, clean sweep.
Best school on Long Island. Best school on Long Island.
We work hard every day. The girls work just as hard as we do. And it's our life. I mean, we love it.
All right, so we've seen how they did it, and we've heard from the players. Now it's time to hear from the men who called the shots. Championship coaches John Buck and Rich Slater join me in the studio when we come back. You're watching The Sports Rush.
Yeah, that was excellent motivation because I recall one of the girls saying, "Hey guys, we won the championship," and I never talk. I always speak with my game. So I said, "Okay, we'll see you tonight."
Welcome back, everybody. That is Long Island Lutheran forward Asher Kubu letting us know how the girls set the bar for the LuHi boys this weekend in Albany. The school winning 2 championships. You've seen the highlights. And the coaches who became first-time champs join us here in the Sports Rush studio tonight. John Buck led the boys to 22 wins. Rich Slater led the girls to 21 wins. And John, I get the million-dollar question to you. What was the bus ride back? Because you had the girls, the boys, the cheerleaders, you have the band, the parents. I mean, that must have been one long and loud bus ride.
Pretty cool, you know, everyone jammed in there. It was a great atmosphere. Everyone was so positive. We were able to put the DVDs in of both the championship games and watch those, and the kids just loved reliving the moments. It was awesome.
How quickly did the DVDs have to go in? Was it shut the doors, let's do it again?
Oh yeah, the kids were screaming from as soon as we got in our seats.
How special is your championship because you beat St. Mary's, your neighbors from 8 miles down the road, and the #1 ranked team in the state?
I have a lot of respect for Coach Harkins. He does an unbelievable job. His kids are great guys too. For us to kind of get that storybook matchup at the end of the year and a chance to, you know, play the team that we lost to in Long Island couldn't have worked out any better. Just really proud of our kids. They played one of the best games they had all year, and you know, we came out fortunate to be on top.
there's the game against St. Mary's, but in the semifinals, you also had to play Janesville DeWitt, 4-time defending Class A state champs, and they've got the kid DeJuan Coleman, 6'10", 280 pounds. Kentucky loves him, Syracuse loves him. You love them too because you handled them pretty well.
That kid is unbelievable. DeJuan is a monster. Let's just say I feel very fortunate that we got past him. I wouldn't want to play him again, but our guys rose to the challenge. We had to definitely scheme and prepare a lot to try to stop him, and he still wound up with, I think, 29 and 13. But just to get a win against a kid that good in a program like Janesville DeWitt, something really special. And I told the kids they'll probably look down the line when he's in the NBA and really feel good about it.
And they could say, I beat that guy.
That's right.
That's always even better. Yeah. Well, congratulations to you. You wanted a blowout, Rich. You have any nails left? Let me see.
No, they're all gone.
You rallied from 15 points down. I loved one of your players. We played with a vengeance. What is a vengeance on the court?
Urgency. I think, we handled the pressure, really, really decently. I think at halftime we tried to tell the girls, listen, we're down 11. We tried to make it four-minute quarters for half a game. And, when we were down 15, I think with 7 minutes to go, and Boogie out of the game, Sarah Seeger stepped up, and we just did a great job.
Honesty time. Was there a point where you said, I don't know if there's enough time?
No, you know, once Paige hit a jumper and Rady hit a 3, and next thing you know, I felt the game. We kept getting closer and closer, and they got a little bit tighter and tighter, and we got looser and looser, and it was madness.
And the rest is history, as they say.
It was great.
Well, every coach has a game plan, and during the week you brought in Nicole Kaczmarski, great player from Sachem, arguably the best schoolgirl player on the island. How do you know her? Why'd you bring her in, and what did she say?
I was a big fan of Kaz when she was in high school. She's way ahead of her time, and she and Jimmy C did our game against Ursuline, and I wanted my girls to have a chance to meet her, get to know her a little bit, and she's been down this road before, and she brought words of wisdom that hopefully the girls took with them.
Give me a little bit more. What did she say? What are the words of wisdom?
Just relish the moment, work hard. You don't know how many, when are you going to get back here again? Things are special. We spoke about togetherness. She spoke about cherishing the moment.
Speaking of the moment, the girls stayed, most of them, and watched the boys. What was that moment like, for your team especially, knowing that, hey, we have instant fans here no matter what?
Having the girls win in the morning was a double-edged sword because we were so happy for them, but we said, oh man, we better finish the job here, just to have the whole school happy when we got back on Monday. But one of my assistants told me that it was a good omen, and we felt that way. Last year, both of our teams kind of didn't play as well as we could have, and this year we both played great up there, and all our kids were rooting for each other at each other's games, and it was just a great atmosphere and good school, LuHi environment. Yeah,
there's mutual respect. John and I, we work with each other. We respect each other. I bump stuff off him. He bumps stuff off me, and our girls just love his kids, and they're the same with us. So it was great.
We have about 40 seconds to go. What's the plan now? I mean, you have championships to celebrate. What are we talking about here?
I think we're going to do some school stuff. Okay. There's going to be hopefully a big bash for the school, and John and I will try to figure something out and get the administration who's very supportive, just to give us something solid.
Absolutely. We realize these moments are pretty special, so there'll be hopefully a nice pep rally at school where everyone's invited, because we want to enjoy this for sure.
Enjoy it until next season, because the pressure's on to repeat.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, guys. I appreciate it. John and Rich, congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Long Island Lutheran, 2 championships, not bad. Hey, when we come back.